Today's episode, we covered a whole bunch of things, right? We covered economics, government, grants, financial
Mhm.
stuff, all within the first topic. We also updated our listeners with what's going on with Uce. And then we ended our episode with my man Ace, one of our guest hosts who visited us, the conversation that he dealt with, and he felt like he wanted to record it live on TikTok. Rather, he was in the right. Was he right or the nurse was right? And that's today's episode.
Why Uce and Queen, we're family strong. Two cousins in America where we belong. Join the journey, let's pass the time. With culture, dreams and hearts that climb. From American Samoa shore to America, we're so much more.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Uce Podcast. The podcast has put a spotlight to all our Polynesians out there to be a voice, whether you're an entrepreneur, content creator, business owners, or just a regular Joe, man. We like to bring people on the platform to share the light, give out information to the world. Today's a good day, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because as you see who's on the screen, for those that are tuning in on our YouTube channel, Facebook, and Spotify, you have finally get to be able to meet Queen. Queen, welcome to the platform.
Thank you. Thank you. So happy to be here
I know,
on
right?
here face to face with you and everybody, the viewers.
For real, man. And for those that are tuning in, it's been a while since me and Queen did our own episodes. You can check all those episodes from episode 1 all the way to 49 at the WeFobs, and we'll post that below the link. And also, and then with this year, me and Queen pivoted to bringing guest hosts. But then also with data and from our listeners, shout out to all the listeners. We had to bring it back, man. Table talk, regular podcast, and me and Queen will be doing that a lot, trying to get this wave going. You know what I'm saying? You have anything to add on to that one while we're talking about this, Queen?
Absolutely. Basically, yes, that's why, I decided to just, what, we need to get to work, put the work in.
Yeah.
The people have spoken. It's time for us to, yeah, we had our guests, we had everybody coming on, and we're still going to continue to do that. But we have to have table talks. That's what a podcast is. People want to hear our voices. People, want to hear what we have to say. It's just our opinion. It's not like, we're the know-it-alls here. So, me and Cuz here, we're just going to be here, table talking, and, we like to engage with our viewers and basically just get your feedback and you continue to communicate with us. We communicate with you. And if you, whatever topics you want us to talk about, do some research on, we love to do our little research, and that's what we're supposed to do, right? And share the information.
First of all, I'm glad to have you on the
Mhm.
platform, Queen. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been a while. So shout out to you for always
Mhm.
holding us down through everybody through the few our previous guest host that came on. Yeah, now y'all see who Queen is, who's the engine and the anchor of the Wild podcast. These are the two cousins, first cousins from Mangua. You know what I mean? Out here in the
Yeah.
U.S., man, just trying to do something. But really, like we always talked about over the phone, right? 2 years ago. I can't believe it's actually 2 years ago that we actually was just like, man, we just want to do something to be a voice for first of all for us, well, first of all, Queen here is the one that's been supporting me and helping me, continue on this podcast. So I'm really grateful and just in awe, glory to God for having you on, sis, for real, because it's something that having a counter or a co-host, I think it's important because I don't think I do very well as a single individual by just having, I don't have enough vocabularies to carry on a 45 to an hour podcast. So having you on, showing your real face, and first of all, shows boldness, But then on top of that, man, it's just good for me. It really is, So I'm excited. I can't
I
wait.
know, because I know you love to chatter. You're such a chatterbox, and but it's good. Yeah, like he mentioned earlier, this was his dream. I don't even want to be, at the time, I was just here to support him and because he kept talking about podcasts. So shoot, just get started already, damn it. I'm tired of hearing him talking about it. So he just pulled the trigger, and then we both pulled the trigger. We just started to say, oh, we're going to buy headphones. These are the headphones we started with, start the microphones. So it's just putting the action to the words, because with no action are basically dead words. So I am glad to be here with my cousin here. We are first cousins. By the way, my name is Ely, but we call it the Queen Uce. Those of you who know me from way back then, some of them call me Queen, or I prefer to be called Queen just to play around, mess with people. But I'm Ely, and we are from the village of Ta'umanua, and we have other, places we're from too. So, but I am very happy to be here because it is very important to co-host a podcast and to do the table talks along with the other stuff we have planned in the future for the YOS.
Yeah, do we want to talk about our updates? Kind of
Why
give a
not?
little
Go
bit.
ahead.
Why
Let's
not,
go.
right?
I mean, it's my first time here, so yeah, let's do it.
Announcement. So yeah, for those that are tuning in, we got major things going on. Not only that, we have a few events that we will eventually announce it. I won't bring it out right now, but we have been invited to a few events. So shout out to those who reached out to us. We're looking forward to these wonderful events that are coming in the year 2025.
Yes,
That's
yes,
one.
yes.
That's a step up for us as a podcast. Number two is, what's number two, Queen?
Number two is just getting feedback, more viewers, you know, from outside the country. I mean, you were interviewed by
Pacific,
ABC. Yeah. I
ABC
mean, that's
Pacific
that's
Radio. Yeah.
huge for them to recognize or to see YO's putting out information and to contact us to get you on it. So that's a big step. The second thing we're talking about is we actually have a plan because at first you try things out and it's a learning stage, but it's a learning stage all the time. So not only do we have events that we're going to, we also have plans that we don't want to talk about right now, but it's coming. We promise it will be announced, during our podcast. But we just wanted to update you all on how we started because I mean, we're recording everything. We're just basically collecting data on ourselves. And from all the followers we have, I mean, a lot of people may think 1,700 followers is nothing, but we actually have some good, authentic followers for the podcast. But it's just one day at a time. And right now, Kenny and I, we're being intentional about what we do for the information that we want to provide. It's information to share. It's not something that we think it's our belief that you guys should follow or listen to what we have to say. But basically, we're just giving you information, and you do whatever you want with it. Yeah, I'm excited to be on the podcast. So.
Yep, and then a few updates now that thank you, Queen, for gathering my thoughts. Our YouTube channel. So if you go on our YouTube channel, we have our playlist. We have a tutorials of how to start a podcast. So shout out to the Usos out there in San Diego, Uncle Sam and them. Looking forward to your guys' podcast because that's what's going on. We having people DM us asking this request, even Dr. Tui about starting a podcast. So there you go. We have them episodes out there. That's one thing that's going on. We also have Dr. Tui with where she will be giving out answers for your question when it comes to health and fitness, stuff like that. So if you want some advice from a professional expert of the field of health, please leave us a comment, drop it anywhere of our platform because it's Queen and I who responds to all those. We don't have a media team behind us. People think that we have a whole team behind us. No, it's literally just us. Hello,
Just
it's
us.
just us, yo. So when you see responsive replies, that's coming directly from us, and we go every week. Well, at least we try to every week to strategize, and we have plans for the YU. So we're so excited to talk about it, but we can't really talk about it until we have some dates and some confirmations going. But small business owners who are tuning in, our platform is for you. So we are looking for sponsors, and we're not asking for a lot. But what we can do, what I'm saying, here, what I'm saying, Queen, throwing my call to action.
Do it.
We heard it. People are saying that we have one of the best short clips that we put out there. So if you want to see your company's short clip out, be pushed out just like that, that's what we can do for you. We will also advertise your name for per episode. But that's still in the work. It's just stuff like that. We will be starting our Patreon. We held on to it because we want to be able to have value, to have something for you to look forward to. Because the number one question is, why should you subscribe to our Patreons? Why should you even pay a monthly fee for the Uce? Well, because we will have valuable information for you,
Yep.
whether it's health, real estate, stocks, finance, you name it, we got it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited, Queen. I'm excited. You know what I mean? So we got a lot of great stuff for you, man. Anybody that are podcasters who enjoy listening to podcasts, if you know who Patrick Bet David is, and if you follow him too, we're going that direction along with Joe Rogan, but we are at that mindset is what I'm saying, is what I'm getting to. We are at that mindset. This is not something that we're just throwing out. Yes, when we first started, we were trying it out. Like I said on the podcast tutorials, just hit record and put it out there. Let the whole world and the followers, respond back to you. So that's what we're doing. We've always planned about. We always had these all in plan, but now you're going to start seeing more as they elevate. But in order to make this happen even faster for our listeners, please share our episodes, share it to your friends, your family, have them subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Have them subscribe to us, because this is for us Polynesians. Because you heard also from the ABC Pacific, there is no voice of Polynesians here in America. And the only one we have closest to is Hawaii. So I don't know how you feel about that. Nothing against Hawaii, but Hawaii is one island. There's so many islands out there. There's over 20 islands in the Pacific Ocean. Fiji, Tonga, you name it. Papua New Guinea, you name it. And we don't have a voice in the U.S. And that's what Uce is pushing towards. That's what we're going to do. And we invite you to come on this platform to join our team, because we are recruiting. We are looking for editors, video editing, something. If you're passionate about it, fuck it, just hit us up. Hit us up.
Exactly.
Talk to us. You see, for the folks that are tuning in from TikTok, you see me write you guys, DMing you guys individually, because we have this thing that we want to invite you into. And so, if you don't want to do it, we're not offended. You know what I'm saying? We understand life goes on. But if you also know that you have something that you can offer, meaning whether you're a video person, somebody that has a lot of information about whether it's politics, health, education, or finance, like Jay Bid and Savannah, you know what I'm saying, and Charlene, people like that. If you're passionate about that, well, you're the person that we need. You know what I'm saying? And we're talking specifically Polynesians. Like, help us, join force with us to grow this, because we're looking beyond just the podcast. That's what I got, Queen, unless I forgot something else.
No, you hit it. We're just here to uplift everyone and to showcase everyone's ability, their businesses, their education background, their career. We want to share all the resources. Basically, we want to be the hub where we want to give out information and connect everyone. So if you need help with finances, you need help, advice of doctors, you want to start a truck club like the USO truck club,
Shout out to the USO truckers.
Yes. And the bikes, the motorcycle bike.
The Savage MCs, man.
Yes.
Shout out to Savages, man. For
So,
real. Pacific Savages.
We just want to bring everyone together and let us be your voices. Let our podcast be the one to get that information out. Also, we do live events. If you want Uce, and if we can make it to those live events, we are more than happy to come out and just record and go live and just be another resource for you to get your information out there. So Uce is here for you, So I'm very excited about this, but you covered everything, bro. So
yeah.
man,
So
I'm
speaking
just
of
excited.
live events, guys, just because we got Queen on, man. The first one we attended to as a live event was what? Was it the MC, the Pacific Savages MC?
Yes.
What was it? The motorcycle festival. What were they called? It was something I forgot. It's not ringing a bell, but we'll post it on. You'll see it on our slides. You know what I'm saying? I apologize because we got a lot going on.
Mhm.
But Queen, how was that experience, man? You know what I'm saying? Because Queen, when we're talking about live events, we're talking about that your stuff will be promoted through the YOO's TikTok because we get every time Queen goes on, man, we get about 10,000 people tuning in, checking it out. So that's a lot of exposure out there for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the value. We have become a trusted platform to showcase your live event. You know what I mean? And somebody
Mhm.
like Queen, man, she's been the one behind the scene, just going to the MC's first sovereignty run. The
Yes.
second one was the Moana. I'm sorry, what's the name of the one in Utah?
It was a private dinner hosted by Le Malu, where
Hmm.
Moana and her parents were out there celebrating, or just sharing, just out there to visit, and they had a weekend or a week of festivities. It was a pageant. They had a
Yeah.
pageant going on, but we didn't stay for the pageant. We just went to the dinner. So little events like that, and then sometimes I'll go live at a concert that I'm at. You
There
know,
you go. You all seen it too, guys. Everybody seen that one,
Yep.
man. Queen needs
That's
help. Because Queen's in
yeah.
Seattle, yo. I'm in Kentucky. Why Oos Kenny cannot make it at all these stuff yet because I haven't got paid yet. You know what I'm saying? Still got to pay a 9 to 5, man. I make enough for a good living, but not enough to just travel around with Queen. But yeah, man, this is a call to action to those who happen to be in those areas. So by the way, me and Queen is trying to figure this part out. If we you will see a lot of the announcement come through all our social media. And if you happen to come by our flyer and you see that, YOOS is coming to an event, let's just say, just for example, J Bug will be in Reno, Nevada on May 2025 on this certain date. When we put it out there, you happen to be in Reno, Nevada, and you happen to be good on the camera, Queen and myself need help. We need people to come out there and help us. And how we're going to be able to turn the favor back to you is to invite you to come back to our platform. I mean, if you want to get paid, we can talk about that too. We'll figure all that out. But right now, we're recruiting for a team. You know what I mean?
That's why we're very intentional for the end of the year. You don't stop working, just because you wait for the New Year's resolutions. Say, oh, we're going to start fresh right here. Just like, cousin and I, we're actually starting a health journey together.
Mm-hmm.
So you see some of his videos, he's out there working out, and we want to do this together because we want to enjoy life together and be free from our 9 to 5 jobs. We all know we're not going to quit our jobs until we do something very good, and expectations of us to make a lot of money. We know it's going to take some time. So
Yeah.
but we're willing to put in the work. It's just that takes that one moment where we're going to hit what we hit. So that's why we're out here. We're willing to share ourselves with the community, and that's why we have this platform, the
There you
YOO's
go.
platform. And
There
we're
you go.
telling you our whys. And if you guys want to join our team, tell us your whys, because we also want to know who we're going to potentially work with in the future. And we're just excited. So that's what we're here. And I am in Seattle, Washington. So if you have events going on here, you are blessed. If you want me to come out there and do what I do, even if I just one man team, I will do it. I will come out and just hit the record and go live, and then my cousin here is going to do his magic with all his end videos. We'll take whatever he can and just put it out there. So and if there's other cities within the West Coast that I know I can be able to fly to, just send an invite. I will see if we can make if the YOs can make it.
Yeah, I can't let Queen do me like that. And I'm in the South. So if you happen to be in Kentucky, if you got an event in Kentucky for the Polynesians out here in Kentucky, uh, where else? Was it Indiana, Tennessee, and Ohio? If you're, I got a lot of states around me. I could drive there. I'll meet you there, man. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Especially them Bengals Usos out there, man. Invite the Y Us. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Yeah, for real, yo. We tell her invite, man. Especially what's a one of anyways. I'm rambling off, but that's our updates, man. Anything else that we have, Queen, before we end up the wrap up the updates?
No, that's it.
There you go. Yep. Shout out to everybody that's been on our platform and that's continuing to come. Oh, one more thing. Yeah, for Shay. Shout out to for Shay.
Fauché.
Fauché will be one of the guests, probably might be the last guest host for the 2024 to end it off. You know what I'm saying? So if you have questions for Fauché, you know what I mean? I have my own
Love
personal
that
questions.
guy.
Yeah, Fauché will be coming on the scene, you know what I'm saying? Holla at Fauché or drop it, drop the comments, let us know what's going down or the questions that you have for Fauché, because, as the Uce has his own massive followers, you know what I'm saying? Any personal questions, whatever, religion, whatever, let us know, you know?
Because he's ready.
He is
Fauché.
ready, man. Yeah,
That's good. I'm glad we were able to get him back on to I think he is our last one because I think he is 2024.
next week,
And it's
huh?
strong. And it's strong, yeah. Unless someone out there want to be a guest after Fauché,
Yeah.
hit me up and then see if we can get you on the calendar if because well, we only have 2 more weeks left in this month, yeah.
Oh,
Because next
snap.
week is
Yeah.
Christmas.
It's like week and a half, to be honest, because, yeah, New Year's is on Wednesday. And then on Tuesdays is New Year's Eve. So there you
Okay.
go, man. But we're gonna jump right to it, man. We are going to this conversation that we have today is something again that the audience has been asking for. Table talks, you know what I'm saying? A real podcast. So we're getting right back to it. Queen, why don't you let them know what we gonna discuss today?
So first of all, I just want to congratulate PNP for American Samoa governor and governor lieutenant governor. I've seen a lot of TikToks and stuff on Facebook about, people's voices being heard. Their voices have been heard this time around the election. You know, obviously people are fed up, are exhausted, are tired. I believe with the same stuff that's been going on, a lot of promises. Remember, what I'm saying here, it's, my opinion and what I've been looking at. So don't come at me. PNP have done something even before they even take over next month. Those cabinet or director positions that are usually appointed by previous governors, they put it out to the public and they have asked the public to put in for it. So what does that tell you? It tells you that they want to see what type of experience are out there, even though they can sit there and appoint people, but they really want to hear from the public. That's just my perception of what went out. And hopefully a lot of you put in for it because this is your opportunity to put in and they can make a selection from all the applications that are coming through. And the deadline's already gone, so it's December 12th. So I'm sure they're probably already vetting vetting all the applications and then and basically probably hire someone before, after inauguration in Samoa, American Samoa, or before. But that was an opportunity for everyone to put in. And why you think that happened, why you think the people's voices were heard, why people got up and spoke, it always, comes down to money. People realize and then understand that money's been coming in to American Samoa. How is American Samoa funded with a lot of these things that's go on within our government? I have heard it, people know the answers out there in TikTok, but I want to reiterate some of the answers is a lot of it's from federal grants. If you look at Mata, the Congresswoman Mata's page, you'll see where she has things says budget. You can just click on it and it shows every budget in detail of what department got approved and with the amount and what the money is for. So this is just to let you all know, because a lot of people keep asking, what is American Samoa doing with all the money that we're coming? American Samoa looks the same. Like I'm going to talk about when I came to the airport in June, it does look the same. When I get off the plane, I have to walk down the steep old stairs. I mean, it's dangerous, especially when you see and you don't see no ramps for our elders or for people who are disabled. You see a cargo and people being lifted up all the way to to the door of the airplane, which is really high, and they be put in like a bunch of like in a cargo area and then being brought down. That's how people are being brought down with on the wheelchair. So we always ask the question, where's the money? Where's the money that was given, that was allocated to American Samoa, specifically to the transportation department and to upgrade the airports in Pango Pango, Fitiuta, and Ofu? Everyone has that question. So my thing is, the answers are, on the web. It's on the website, or you can do a FOIA request, because I know if you go freely trying to ask for the information, they ain't going to give it to you. So the money is there. You just got to ask. And I know people always were curious, like, so where the hell? Let me give you an example of some of the money that was received this month. So this I just copied and paste from Amata, Congresswoman Amata's page, and put it up there. Look at where the money was approved: from Department of Justice for the American Samoa Criminal Justice Planning Agency, led by the director. Now, these funds are for the Office of Juvenile Delinquency Prevention. This basically spells out where the money should go. And then you look at December 9th, 2024, another one, the public safety, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, part of the DOT. And it says the grant is to improve the accuracy, timeliness, and sharing the data on crashes and fatalities, including pedestrians, cyclists, and others. So the information is out there. Oh man, look at this one. The deal with the ASCC, even American Samoa's Community College gets money. It's a federal grant for the U.S. Department of Agriculture. So the money, that $282,000 and $335 should go straight to the Community Facility Disaster Grant, is to replace equipment and furniture damage during the July 22 flooding. These are just some of the examples that you can actually find on the website. But if some of you ask, well, what if the information's wrong on Congresswoman's page? Then you can just dig deeper, go look into more. Like, I would, if I really wanted to dig in and look for it, I would probably do a FOIA request to each department and ask where specific, and you gotta ask for the specifics of how you want the information, why you want the information, and the breakdowns of it. That's how we get the answer. That's how I begin mine, because we want to know exactly where the money. And when people come back home, or people who actually live on the island, they see nothing for everything that's coming through. And that's why I think there's a lot of questions, a lot of people who are just very disappointed with the previous administration, and maybe even a more previous one. But the answers are there. We just got to go look for it. It may be hidden. Probably just got to lift the rock and start looking. But this is what I just wanted to talk more about and just share. Look at all this money for the Veterans Affairs. It's a long list. This is just the 2024 and then a little bit of the 2023. Look at that. You can screenshot that, and then you can go probably ask your representative, can you guys just show me the breakdown? It's not like we're accusing them. I would just go ask, so can you tell me, show me the equipment that this was purchased with this funds? Can I see the documentation? If I live right now, I'll probably go to my representative. I'll say, okay, so this money was given to our department on this and that. So can you show me exactly what we purchased? I mean, think about it. We just got to follow the money. Where to get the answers? It's right there online. Even just follow some of the bills that authorizes the money to be given to American Samoa. The Congresswoman, she's out there putting information, and we just gotta look at it. That's what's good thing about the West, the internet these days. 20 years ago, it wasn't like this. We still learning it. I was in college, for instance, just still learning the internet. But right now, everything is like basically available at your fingertips. So, just a little bit of what we're talking about. It's a lot of money, huh?
For our island, yes, that is a lot of money compared to other countries. I mean, you have to excuse me. I've been living in the U.S. so long. I feel like that's such a small portion of money. But for American Samoa, yes, that is a lot. 25 million, I believe, or 24 million. Yeah. So why don't we try to go ahead and break these down into like segments for like the juvenile justice reform? You're like you mentioned, it said 136,000 was granted for the Department of Justice, that these funds are set to strengthen the juvenile justice system, supporting programs like Maangaya Shelter Care. Have you ever heard of Maangaya Shelter Care? Do you know who they are? Because I don't.
Because I don't live there, so I don't know. Maybe people back home knows. But yeah, neglected children. Huh.
Yeah,
You try to Google it?
I tried to Google it. Nothing came up. So I might be tripping, man, because I wanted to see these places like if anything came up, but yeah, nothing came up through Google. And then juvenile detention centers. I didn't even know that we had that kind of thing, man, in
Yeah.
Samoa.
Hmm.
Like, what do they mean by juvenile detention center? Like, from,
Adolescents, the young
like,
ones. Huh.
I mean, I don't recall hearing about that kind of stuff. I know Samoa has that, but I didn't know that American Samoa has that. So for the listeners who are tuning in, you know, comment, email us, let us know, shed some light on.
Educate us too,
Yeah,
you
because
know.
we're just shocked. We're just putting a spotlight on stuff that we feel like, man, this just needs to be brought up because people have been talking about him on TikTok. Shout out to Lana Nay because she did bring that one up, which sparked my attention about like, the question was out of curiosity, who is going to be funding us if Donald Trump now, who is going to be the selected president who will be the president for 2025, who is funding us? And Queen here has provided Lana Nay the answer. We we getting funded by grants by the Department of Defense or by the government, correct, Queen?
From my experience, the grants have to be requested, and it's federal grants that are being distributed to operate American Samoa. And I think that Lana Nay, she was just asked. That's just the way I saw it, is she wanted to just ask it and see if our her viewers knew that. So, and that's what sparked me too, because we and you had a conversation. I said, you know what? It seems like some folks would like to probably like this information. We're just putting it out there. So you can go do more research on your own, and like I said earlier, ask the questions. But it's out there. It's all over TikTok, and people are asking the question like, where's the money going? And that's why a lot of people stood up and wanted to change. American Samoa spoke November 5th. That's why you have a new governor and a lieutenant governor. So let's see what they can do. And hopefully they do hear the people's voice and wish America Samoa the best, because that's eventually I'm gonna end up going home. I want to go home, but that's still in the planning. That's why I like to stay on top of what's going on back home.
Yeah, that's interesting. Which, like you just said, where is this money going? So I'm just breaking this in like little grants, right? Like this, who is the juvenile justice system? The programs like Manaya Shelter Care. Who are these? Who are this Manaya Shelter Care? I really want to know. And then it's stuff like that. It makes me wonder. Like, okay, but man, that's crazy.
Well,
And
here's
then
one.
go
Yeah,
ahead,
I'm
go ahead.
sorry, girl.
No,
Well,
go
here's
ahead.
one that was on August 5th, 2024. Oh, $780,211.95 awarded to American Samoa government in fiscal year 2024 through the Office of Insular Affairs Maintenance Assistant Program, acronym MAP, MAP. The award was notified by the secretary to a letter to Governor Lemanu from Congresswoman Moa Amata. So basically, the breakdown of this money is awarded the fiscal year for American Samoa for three projects: the 780,211.95 cents. This is the breakdown for three projects: 283,325.95 to Department of Veterans Affairs for the Veterans Memorial Monument Project, 280,000 to the Office of Search and Rescue for the Emergency Transportation and Maintenance Program, and then $216,886 to the Department of Health, Office of Community Health Centers for the Building Resilience, enclosing the Well Baby Clinic waiting area at the Tafuna Community Health Center. So if you live back home and this money should have been for that project, remember there's for specific projects because when you ask for grants,
The disaster recovery. It was $282,335. And that was for the disaster recovery that about a flood that was in 2022 in July. Did you have any or heard anything about it?
I mean, since it happened in 2022 and they're just now getting the money in 24 to fix it.
Is that like a FEMA thing? Or is that a Red Cross? Because we've been having some issues about that too. People be complaining about.
Getting money out there? That's a good question right there, bro. I mean, there's a lot of things. I have a lot of questions still just by reading this stuff because I don't live there, so I don't know exactly what they're talking about.
Well, according to our
Um,
resources from and this is coming from the FEMA. Oh, there, FEMA.gov. FEMA.gov approves major disaster declaration for American Samoa. FEMA announced that federal disaster assistance has been made available to the territory of American Samoa to supplement territories and local recovery efforts for the areas affected by high, tsunamis and floods and stuff like that. Is it building infrastructures around it? But we know where ACC at. It's still over there in Malaimi, right?
yes.
So that's a high elevated place. I'm still not gathering. Is it the flood coming from the mountain? Because I don't recall waterfalls being an issue to flood the land.
Well, it
Or is
does
it
rain
through the
hard.
rain? So
It,
yeah,
it
this
does
is the
rain
rain.
hard, and yeah.
So how does that make any sense? It's just not, for me, the math ain't math. And correct me, what I'm saying, if I'm wrong, Queen. But I'm looking at the fact that I was there from the 80s all the way to the late 2000s. And it rained. The rain has not changed. What's the difference now? Because yeah, we know
Still
the
raining.
flood. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what infrastructure are they talking about? Because the same ASCC was there from when you went to school and when I went to school back in 1999. So yes, yeah, of course, it's like 2 decades later. Well, okay, interesting stuff, man. I just thought I brought that up. You know what I mean?
hmm What about this one? This one is 23, October 3rd. It's federal funding of $4,193,840 from the Department of Interior to the Office of Insular Affairs, energizing insular communities. That's the EIC program. This grant will be used by American Samoa Power Authority, ASPA, and American Samoa Telecommunications Authority, ASTACA, for high priority energy projects as detailed in their EIC grant application submitted this year. So they submitted an application in 2023. The three high priority energy project grants are as follows: 1,903,840 to the American Samoa ASPA for its smart metering and operation management system time of use tariff project. 1,620,000 to the ASPA Samoa Power Authority for the procurement of electric trucks and charging stations.
We got Tesla out there or all these
We
electric
have
stuff.
charging, yeah, right? I don't know. We probably do. I
I
mean, that's
know
what they
in
asked
Mangua,
for.
remember in Mangua for the families that work for Tesla, they had a project in Mangua for the solar panels.
Right.
But so you're telling me that money probably it says American Samoa, but it probably went to Elon Musk? I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel
Yes.
like sometimes, even though it's stated or the numbers are showing on documented that it says American Samoa, could it also be that these corporations, like Elon Musk with the solar panels in Mangua as an example, leveraging that because it's in that real estate area, but it's going under his pocket? I don't know. I'm just asking.
It's not his pocket. It's probably someone else's pocket who is contracted to build
There you go.
those charging stations or whoever's bringing those charging stations in. They're supposed to have procurement of electric trucks and they should have charging stations. So they probably bought it from off island and brought it in unless they had went through a contractor just like when they do building contracting, when you get money from the federal
Mm-hmm,
grant,
mm-hmm.
and then they contract those contractors on island. See, you're supposed to they're supposed to all put in a bid, and the government's supposed to check the best bid or the lowest bid, whatever, to be good stewards of the money.
That's
Um,
crazy, yo. Well, here you go. I'm gonna show you something right here. I just happened to pull that up. And
so
this is
look,
coming from American Samoa's CNN, La Fuerica, I'm gonna make no
there's a charge that where is that in Mamua?
No, that's let's see right here. Let's roll it down right here.
Oh, so it's in
Samoa's first.
Pamo.
Go ahead, cousin. You can read it right off and let me know as I
Oh,
scroll
it's
down.
Samoa's first electric vehicle charging station uses solar energy.
That's from the Samoa's first electric vehicle. That's from La Fuerica Samoa News. Is it? That's where it's from. This
Talamua online. It's Talamua.
it says the website is Samoa News.
Oh, okay. But look, it says right there, Pangpa American Samoa, the innovative design of Samoa's first electric vehicle charging station ensures that EVs are privately charged.
Damn, I didn't know.
So,
What are they charging though?
so this is in Pamo. So that means
That's
we do have it.
crazy.
See, there's the good use of the money. See,
We all the way up. It's amazing how American Samoa always have these nice cars. That's why when I came out here in 2000, cuz I know I'm going off track, but just to relate and have a storytelling in this conversation. I was not impressed with vehicles out here in America because I knew back home we was rolling deep in trucks, you know what I'm saying, on 22s, 24s, like fancy cars because and the thing was like we can do that in Samoa because we own our own land. We don't pay nothing for our lands. Every money that you got was going towards your car and your house building. Everybody almost has a mansion, right? So, yeah, shout out to Samoa for that one.
oh, nice.
That's crazy. So there you go. Something that we just learned. Again, go ahead and leave it on the comment for us, guys. You know what I'm saying? For this is interesting. Why are we bringing this up? Because the world, the social media was asking, where's the money going? And not only that, me and Queen, we're from American Samoa, so we used to ask the same questions too.
And we
Like,
just like, you know what? They probably not asking the why who's for answers, but you know what? We're just gonna share with you guys what we got.
there you go, man. That's what
Like,
we got, man.
like that's just a few stuff we wanted to share with you guys. So, hey, take
So,
it, take it as it is, man.
so the big picture is 24 million in grants. That's a total of 24 million that has been allocated across departments like the DOI, like Queen mentioned, the HHS, and the USDA. You know,
And that's just from the time frame of 23 and 24. We didn't include all of it. So, but 24 million, to me, that's a lot of money. So we are getting money in American Samoa, and a lot of people are asking, where did it go? Sometimes
yeah,
you don't see it. When I say you don't see it, sometimes it is going to the right place, but then how it's getting there. So they're like, I know I don't want to touch on it right now, but the biggest issue right now I'm hearing is awarding the contracts. That would be a totally different subject that we could talk about because awarding the contract has been huge. It seems like there's a lot of favoritism going on because we are getting money. They call it free money from our taxpayers out here, in the US and giving it to Samoa. And who do we need to build these infrastructure, these streets, these buildings, contractors.
The question is though, are a lot of these contractors, my question to our American Samoa residents who are out there that are tuning into the YO, especially shout out to Hunkin' Girl Air Dash, who provides the beautiful, wonderful treats and materials, clothing, accessories from the 684 to us out here in the US and everyone around the world, man. If you're looking and you miss home, reach out to Hunkin' Girl Air Dash. We will post her information below the link. There you have it, listeners. We just gave you guys a few. Actually, what? There's more than 20 different places that it's going. My question is, as you know, Queen, a lot of these are contracting jobs, government jobs, and as we know that in American Samoa, we don't have any source of income to provide to the world besides being worker bees for these stuff. The question for me is, a lot of these contractors, are they even ethnicities or citizens of American Samoa? Because I remember growing up, now I'm just basing things off from when I was there. I see a lot of palangis come out there with these contracts. Talking about general contracting, the plumbing, the sewers, and all that stuff. Is ASPA, is that, yes, we know it's a contract, but who is it under? Do we have Samoan descents that are the CEO or the owners of it, different partners? I don't know. I'm asking the question.
That's a good question because I don't know the answer, to be honest. And our viewers, if you do have answers, because I would like to know too. There's a lot of things behind it. Just from talking with some of the people back home about people contracting, there's too much favoritism going on. Specifically, it's going to the same person. I won't say the name right now because I forgot his name, but when I get the name, I'll say it.
And
But
we'll
they say
post it.
it's,
We'll post
yeah,
it on the thing, and then I'll
and
do the audio thing saying the name because we need to expose these motherfuckers, man. I'm tired of these motherfuckers just taking over.
why
Unless
they
it's
gotta be
why.
motherfuckers?
Unless it's why Uce, then sorry. You know what I'm
That's why I
saying?
say why. Yeah, but people are talking about that dude because I was in Samoa recently and I was like, man, this what is this glass building right across where Auntie Poca's house was at, where your house is at in the back. I showed you the picture. I was like, what is it? I guess it's supposed to be I was told that they're gonna move the EOB office from down Utule and into that new glass 2-story or 3-story building in Kafuma,
Pangaima.
Fangaima. And I was like, hey, so whoever's contracting this is making money,
And that's what
And
I'm saying, cuz it's like I want we need to be woken up. I was in Samoa and I was just a teen, a teenager. But what I remember seeing is like it's different race that are running these big companies. I don't see our own people running the companies. So what are we doing about it? What are us Samoan people doing about this to put our people in place? Because I mean, you were there not that long ago. Cuz is it still a lot of Koreans or Japanese or whatever Asian ethnicity that's running the grocery side of things over there and the food?
majority same, yeah. And remember, you got to remember too, some they've married into Samoan families, so got to take that into consideration.
Not all
While they
though.
I know not all,
You know,
but when we say we can't group in general, group everyone in one thing. So yeah, I do see still majority Korean owned um stores, but I also see a lot of our people owning a lot of restaurants.
hmm
Shoot, things I never thought would be out there, like bubble tea places, cafes. They got nice cafes out there. And so, a lot of people are moving towards being entrepreneurs at home because really the job is like who you know, basically. It's not about your experience. That's just my personal opinion because when I graduated and went back home trying to get a job, I was told I was overqualified twice. So I just ended up
Wow.
taking a job at South Pacific Academy. I was getting paid $10,000 a year, bro. You know, I was like, dang, this is it, huh? I guess you get a degree, you just come out and do what you can, to survive. But that's one of the reasons why I made a decision to move out. But and then but yeah, I was told twice in the criminal justice department. I think what was one, the spice, I forgot what it's called, but yeah, it's like, okay, I'm overqualified. What does that even mean? But anyways, I think that was a general answer to a lot of the graduates coming from home, but that's just me talking because that happened to me personally. So that's why I moved off. So like I said in the beginning, for those who finally have the opportunity to put in for those positions that the new administration put out, go for it, man. But yeah, back to the contractors. I think one or two. I think it's like if one contractor don't want it, they'll pass it on to their next friend. it's it just pass it on, but it's not done the fair way. It's what I'm being told about the whole contracting thing. Because every time I ask about a new building, the same name comes up.
Wow.
His company is contracting that out. Even I believe purchasing lands and so forth. But yeah.
So hopefully, our Samoan government, American Samoan government, with the new changes coming, allowing the outside, which is still Samoans, to apply for these contracts, that, we do better by giving opportunities to family members that the unfortunates who put their children to school to gain the knowledge to be able to help our community out there, right?
Yeah. I mean, share the knowledge, share the wealth. There should
Share the
be enough
wealth.
money to go around, instead of just always trying to focus on one or two. But that's what I got from the information. Have you heard anything else?
No, me personally, especially for Samoa stuff, no, I haven't. I will be honest, I'm more naive to it, if that's the correct word for it, because I'm
Mhm.
focused on our White House podcast. I don't even watch football games no more. I mean, it's good I don't watch football because the Niners sucks ass this year. But I've just been focused on our platform, elevating the podcast to where we're at right now. So I do not have anything on that part. Just
Oh,
want to,
good.
shout out to the listeners and just remind you, if you know of somebody and those that are listening, if you happen to be seated in these positions and you want to, I guess, be a defender or just be the voice for the ones we're pointing fingers at, asking the questions to, you're more than welcome to come on the platform because we're opening our doors to everyone. And just understand when you come on our platform, uh, it's just to hear what you have to say. You know what I'm saying? Whether we agree or disagree, it's a conversation to be had or be taken.
Because we're here to listen and we don't judge.
Yes, we don't judge. That's a good one, man. That's a good one, y'all.
Hey, that's a trend that's going on TikTok.
I know that one did the Tupac dancing and stuff too.
We listen and we
We
don't
don't
judge.
judge.
We're giving you a
That's
platform.
yes, man. Come on up because me and Queen are looking forward to have experts out here because in order for us to be able to elevate to Joe Rogan and Patrick Bet David podcast, the only way we can do it is us together as Polynesians. And again, we are not just talking about Samoans. We're also talking about Tongans, Fijians, Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, our people. Filipinos, you guys are part of us too. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about the whole Pacific, baby. You know? And we also want to have shed a spotlight to our girl, my ex-wife, Tulsi Gabbard, baby. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations, honey. I knew you could do it. Tulsi
You are
Gabbard,
such
man.
a lucky man.
I know I could have been a lucky man. You know what I'm saying? But Tulsi Gabbard, congratulations on your new promotion, being the investigator, right? Or
Well,
the spy.
she's been appointed by Trump to be
Yeah.
the director of the national intelligence. So
Yep. Yep.
hopefully she'll ride right through it, and her appointment is accepted by the Senate, and she'll be the very very first American Samoa with that prestige position.
Mm.
So congratulations to you almost being the husband of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, shout out, drop a follow for Tulsi Gabbard, man. And for those haters, like you know who I'm talking about, from the Democrats, man. How dare you? Blasphemy, man, saying that she's a spy. Her and Hillary Clinton. She's talking about that she's a spy. She ain't no spy, bitch. She's Samoan. We're not spies. Sheesh. Served our country, man. That's why I was gonna tell Tosi if we were still together. Like, man, I told you, huh? You should have never took a bullet on your ass for these motherfuckers, ungrateful bitches. But it is what it is. Life goes on, right, cuz?
That's right. Life goes on.
But to close out this topic, as far as the millions and millions of dollars, like Donald Trump says, notice how I got the why ooh style
Oh Lord.
of the millions of dollars, the millions and millions of dollars grants given to American Samoa to the future leaders. Congratulations again. You have been elected to be the, American Samoa's governor. Do your duty. You know what I'm saying? Do better, right?
Do better.
Share the wealth.
The people put you in, they want change. That's why they got up and spoke. American Samoa, I know we can do better. Just take the right leaders to be in place and take care of our beautiful island. And all we ask, man, is just like you said, do better. It's not just millions of dollars. There's a lot of money that came through our island. And to me, my personal what I see is all I see is more businesses, more like you have roundabouts now, but the airport and the hospital, we could do so much better. I mean, it still looks the same from when I left, in 2002. And then the only thing different about the airport is they knocked down the Fale Malo, or for the airport. Like, why would you knock that down? But anyways, it looks the same. The hospital got to be better. People call it the walking morgue. So I hope our people will do better. The elected folks and those who are head of the hospital do better.
Want to see your designs come to life? Printful makes it easy. They launched their own merch line. And you can too. Printful is your one-stop shop. Use simple design tools to bring your vision to life. No need for inventory or upfront costs. Just create, and we'll handle the rest. Watch your designs get printed and shipped. From tees to totes, we've got you covered. Printful manages everything, so you can focus on growing your brand. Imagine your own custom merch in the hands of your fans. It's possible with Printful. Ready to start? Sign up, launch your journey today.
Before I play this clip, man, this is very disturbing, because it's one of the things that hit home. Because one, it's family. Two, it's just something that that needs to be known more. Because I'm very surprised that it didn't come across my feed, being the fact that we follow each other and stuff like that, and us being very active on our social media platforms. But it just came across for me, but it happened in November. So I'm just gonna play the clip and then we can have a discussion about it.
Yeah, and I didn't call the ambulance. My wife did.
Why didn't she bring you in?
Why did she bring me in?
Yeah. She didn't want to drive you?
Well, they were already there. My wife, she's here.
She got here 20 minutes before you got here.
My wife is already here.
Yeah, she got here 20 minutes before the ambulance got here.
Yeah.
So it seems like if she drove you here, it would have been a lot shorter than the ambulance.
Well, they give us the option if I wanted to go with them or not. Is there a problem with me coming with them?
No, I'm just curious. But she's been here for so long, so I was just curious.
Well, I'm pretty sure my wife wanted me to go with them because they have the tools in their vehicle to see what they can do for me. What does she have in our car?
No, like I said, it's not a problem. I was just curious.
Well, you seem very annoyed with me being here.
No, not at all. I'm just trying to get your charting done so the doctor can take a look.
But what does that have to do with anything? My wife not bringing me in, me coming with the ambulance.
No, I was just curious. Because some people think that when they come in the ambulance, it'll be faster.
What would you do if that was your husband and he was going through pain?
Sure, why? I was just curious. That was just.
I'm just saying, what would you do?
It was just a
Because
question.
the ambulance,
Sure, sir. I was just curious.
they have the tools in the ambulance.
Sir, I'm not going to argue with you. This is not a judgment. I need to finish getting you checked in so the doctor can
Well,
take a
you
look.
sound very annoyed with me being here.
I'm not trying to argue with you. It wasn't a judgment. It was a simple curiosity question.
It was a judgment.
I'm going to step out of this room.
And you better.
I do not appreciate you getting verbally.
I don't appreciate the way you're talking to me.
Sir, I don't appreciate you
The
getting
way you're
verbally
asking
aggressive with
me.
me when I'm trying to help you out.
I'm not even verbally, I'm asking
You're
you.
raising your voice.
What's wrong with my
I
wife
said
not
nothing.
coming?
I said nothing. It was a question. It was a simple question.
Well, you're on video, so.
So I wanted to bring that up to our platform. Is the nurse correct or is the patient in the wrong? What's your take on it?
Just watching the video, she seemed annoyed. She was annoyed, but she didn't have to ask that question. She didn't have to ask that to him. Like towards the end of the video, she said, "Well, I'm just here to take, whatever, take his vitals or whatever." But her tone quickly changed when he started questioning her about, what about your husband? Would you do the same thing? And she basically flipped the switch on him, and then all of a sudden she became the victim, and he became the aggressor. What she did basically is flipped it. um, but just watching it, it was none of her business to ask that. I mean, who cares? He has his reasons, like he said, because they had the equipment in the car. That's why his wife wanted him in the ambulance, and she'll follow. So what's the big deal?
Yeah, if
If
my wife was like sick, I would have like, and I'm like, dude, there's something wrong. I would call 911 and let the ambulance do their job.
Yeah, who cares if she came 20 minutes earlier like she claimed? I mean, at least, whatever he was going through, whatever pain, we don't know. We're not doctors. That's why she want her husband in the ambulance. So the professionals can make sure that he's okay in case he needs oxygen or whatever the stuff that's, available in there. Because, you never know what happened on the ride to the hospital. So bottom line is, it was not her business to ask. She should just did her job like she claimed she was doing in the beginning, because she did say she was curious. So curious, that's not your job. Your job is to basically go in and assess the patient.
Yeah,
That's my
but
take on it.
you know how sometimes like words can be manipulated
Hmm.
just to cover her defense. I did say I was curious, but the tone and the way she said it did not add up. It
Yeah.
sounded more of annoyance. And like I said, man, the nurse's primary job was there to, you know, check the patient in, track down information, check the temperatures, the normal standard things, and then pass it on to the doctor. When then the doctor comes in and find out what the situation is. From my understanding, my personal opinions, a hospital, that's what they're supposed to do. My mom was a nurse. Her number one job was customer service, making sure that a patient comes in because they're in pain, make them feel at ease. And that's what we didn't experience. Well, at least I didn't experience on the video from TikTok that we seen.
So what
It,
was the upsetting part for you watching this?
it was none of her fucking business. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's upsetting because that's like, I had like a minor heart attack about a few years ago, right? I did it again. I didn't call. I didn't go this route. I actually drove myself to the hospital, but I was never treated like this. I just felt like just the way she treated a patient with the tone of the voice, asking all these questions instead of just asking of like the condition. So you're asking outside of what the health has to do. It had nothing to do with who is it your fucking problem? Why is it your problem to even care about? Because she even mentioned the fact that, well, even if you rode in the ambulance, it still be waiting. It makes no difference from riding an ambulance or driving yourself here. You're at the emergency room. It's still going to go by, depending what the situation is, how severe the issue is with a patient.
Hmm.
I know that's what the nurse was going for with that part. But my issue with that is it's like it doesn't matter how the patient came in. Your job is just to put the patient at ease and take the vitals or whatever, what it would do your job. That's where it just bothers me.
She did mention that, and I think that's the point that she was making is just because you came in the ambulance doesn't mean you're going to get faster service. Her question was legit, and like you said, it's just the tonality she used to ask the question. Like, but in all honesty, I wouldn't even have asked the question if I was in that profession, because it could lead, which like in this one, it led into this. It went viral because she started asking, she asked the question, and then all of a sudden she tried to flip it on Ace and talk about, well, you're the one being aggressive,
Yeah.
like come on now. I was like,
Like, oh, you're a
uh,
big guy.
mhm.
You're threatening me now. I'm like, hold on, you initiated the threat, bitch. You
And
know what I'm
no,
saying?
to our to everyone out there, that's what a lot of people do when you encounter this. Try and just like don't raise your voice, because once they start saying those things, you already know they're going to start making a claim if it gets down to it, that they're going to feel threatened. They're going to say, because you can get locked up if they feel their life is threatened in the hospital.
Yeah,
So
because
just be careful. Yeah,
she's the professional one, so
yeah.
she has every right on her end to refuse a patient. All
And
right,
just
either
be
one of them
careful
things.
because it will escalate to that. And I get Ace was upset with the fact that, because she kept saying what she said, asking her question. Because almost sounded to the point where she was being condescending, but everyone can look at it different. So that's why he pulled out his phone, because he didn't feel, that's just me saying, he just didn't feel right because something was about to happen. So
Yeah, kudos to you, brother, and that's what I advise every man out there and woman, just everybody in general. Pull out your phone, man. It's your weapon. It can cancel you if you're a social media platform like us, or it can save you. So it de-escalate the situation. But what was I saying? What if it was your husband, Queen, and let's just say that was your husband sitting and he was recording in this situation? How would you take it as a wife? Because the man is married. You know what I'm saying? He's a father too. How would you take it?
annoyed and upset. If I were in there, I'll be like, how about you not ask the question and just go do your job? I would have been straightforward like that.
Shut it down.
Shut it down real quick, nip it in the butt so she know where we're standing. Just if I felt like, because it's the color of my skin or because we're Samoans or whatever, you could kind of tell. I would have been like, don't try me. I would have been, why are you asking that question? I would told my husband, don't even respond, because he's a male and she's a female. Let me handle her. That's how I would have handled it if I was in that situation. But I would have been very annoyed and upset. The fact that, why are you even asking? What does that have to do with asking how, checking his vitals and so forth?
Now let's reverse it, right? Because like we said earlier, we don't want to be. Let's turn the table, try to navigate it to her side of where she comes in right. She was right about the fact that she's doing her job, and it depends on how severe it is. Could Ace himself been a little bit rude before the camera was on? Because there's always two sides of the story. You know what I'm saying? Now I
Mm-hmm.
want to kind of flip it. What's your take on that? Like, as a profession, if you was the nurse, maybe she was talking like that because he probably was being a smart ass or like hurry up. Who knows? I don't know.
As the nurse, she's an ER nurse, would
Yeah,
appear to be.
it seems like
So
it.
she's
Emergency,
under a lot of stress. She's probably worked already, a lot of shit that
long
we don't know,
hours.
long hours. We don't know what's going on. So, she probably um just said what she just asked the question that she asked, speaking out loud, when in all reality it should have never came out. But when you're exhausted, you just like, fuck it. You know, why, it was probably a simple question like, why did you even take the ambulance? You could have just rode with your wife. She got here 20 minutes earlier. But I think, had she probably been didn't work long hours, she probably wouldn't have answered, because she know that she shouldn't be asking those questions. But she was probably just irritated. It's like, fuck it, I don't care. If he challenged me, whatever. I mean, we don't know what's going on with her. So that's how the other way I could look at it. We don't know how long she's been working. She is it's very stressful area there. But hey, that's up for everyone to come up with their own conclusion. Just try not to escalate stuff when you're in that situation, in any situation, because someone, like the saying out there, those who create the issue and the problem by starting it always becomes the victim when they're being questioned or challenged.
I'm looking up the responsibility of a nurse, and this is coming from straight ChatGPT. A nurse's responsibility varies depending on their specialty, the workplace, their patient needs, right? So, however, some core responsibilities are universal across nursing roles. And like I said before, the patient care, assessment, treatment, educating, and then supporting, so stuff like that. It doesn't say do you out of anything like assess the situation, which is the patient's health. Doesn't say anything about how did you get there, how did you arrive here, stuff like that. Now, I could be in the wrong, but this is just according to ChatGPT and stuff like that. And like you said, I like your point of view on it. Maybe she had a long shift because a lot of nurses, shout out to the nurses, you guys do such a hard job. So kudos to you guys for taking care of us patients. You know, maybe that's what it was. Maybe she dealt with a situation from personal situation, or it could just been another patient before she came and see Brother Ace. So who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe
she
that's
could have
one of
had
the
a
things.
yeah, she could have had a disgruntled patient that came in her history, claiming, "Well, I came in an ambulance, I should get, faster service." So that's
There
why
you
she said
go.
what she said.
Yeah. And that's what it is, listeners. You know what I mean? We did our best as why oops to see both sides of the things, you know. At the my conclusion to this, Quinn, to each its own, you know, because really I'm not a nurse, never been one, you know, but I have been a patient, but I never been transported in the ambulance. So I can't really relate or really speak as far as reality.
Yeah, just be careful out there.
And have your camera on when you ever feel threatened or offended. Thanks for tuning into the Why-Ooze podcast episode. Don't forget to check out our website at www.whyooze.com. It's because of you that we can keep this going. Thank you in advance. See you on the next one. Quote by Queen. Queen has been the one that been putting up these inspiring quotes on all our platforms. One of these right here, I'm gonna read it out to all of us for some word of affirmation and encouragement. Every day is a chance to begin again. Don't focus on the failures of yesterday. Start today with positive thoughts and expectations.
Yeah, just remember that what we discussed today is our personal opinion. We are not subject matter experts, so we don't claim to be professionals at anything. This is just information that we gather. We just want to put out and to hear your feedback. And if you want us to discuss some stuff, let us know. You can email us at get a hold of us at yooz.com. If you want to be a guest on our podcast, go to yooz.com and sign up through there. And have a wonderful Merry Christmas, and hope everything is all good out there. Good vibes, y'all. Good vibes.
Yeah, good vibes. And remember, we listen and we
And we
don't
don't judge.
judge. I'm your Uso Kenny Morfanua,
I'm Queen Ely.
and we out, baby.
Why Uce and Queen, we're family strong. Two cousins in America, where we belong.